So good evening everybody and welcome back to F1 action here on FTRL. It is round 3 of season 19 and we are here at the Shanghai circuit in China for some Div 1 action. The car's heading out onto track for qualifying. 80 minutes to decide the running order for tonight's race. Unfortunately low numbers again tonight, so we're going to rely on these 13 drivers to provide us with the exceptional action we expect from Div 1 these days. It may be a compact grid, but the action should be plentiful still, and so cars on their way around. And we'll do a quick recap of last time out. So last week we were in Barcelona, round 2 of the championship from Spain, and it was a dominant victory for Crims in the Mercedes, and qualified on pole with an outstanding final run. Just drove away from the field in every sector of the race despite a late safety car, bringing the pack back together, giving the likes of Tico and Dutch the opportunity to maybe attack late on. Crims was able to pull away again at the death to seal a comfortable victory, while Tico and Dutch rounded off the podium. Dutch holding off a late charge from Lynx as he bidded to try and snatch away that final spot on the podium. So then who have we got coming around first? On track is going to be actually Syme, who's got to be across the line first, so we'll go on board with the Williams van, and he could take us on a lap then of this Shanghai circuit. We've been off the F1 calendar for a couple of years now due to COVID. Won't be on the 2022 calendar, but hopefully we'll be back for 23. Onto the start finish straight, then the DRS is open onto that magnificent grandstand, and then into this long sweeping right-hander, doubles back on itself and then some as well. Double apex. Quick flick to the left, stay in second gear, and drift over to the right hand side, start to build the speed up. Short blast then, over the crest through the right hander, then pick your braking marker and down the gearbox all the way to second gear for the right hander. A little bit away from the apex there, Maxi. Quite hooked that one up, but still not a bad run then into this beautiful sweeping left-right sector, very reminiscent of Maggots and Beckett's at Silverstone, of course. To hold it tight to the right hander there for these double left hander, a bit slower there, third gear. Start to build the speed. Using the curves on exit, and they come up to this very tricky uphill off camber left hander. We'll flick the car to the right, and then into this long, again long sweeping right hander onto the back straight. Second DRS in about to corner. This is one of the best overtaking opportunities on the track, so I expect to see plenty of action down this straight in the race. DRS is now open. Pick the braking marker late as you dare, and then all the way down from 8th gear to 2nd gear. Takes plenty of cover on the inside, then starts to build the speed. One corner to go. Push down a couple of gears, get the nose in, use that curve on exit, and now straight line it to the line. And the first time on the board is a 31.7 then from Maxi Syme. Crossed the line, but he hasn't validated his. Oh, Dylan has retired. Out of the final, out of the penultimate corner, Dylan has already gone. And Dylan does like this circuit because he's got his maiden FTRL podium here a couple of seasons ago. And unfortunately, he's going to be starting likely right down the back because he has spun out of the penultimate corner and into the wall. So, drama then befalls the McLaren man. He's going to have it all to do. Meanwhile, Lynx and then Tico have snatched away the provisional pole then. So Lynx now second on a 30.9. Tico a tenth ahead of him on a 30.8. Superman just starting his run, just behind Dutch Tricks, who's on his run as well. Yeah, no worries, mate, no worries. Good evening, Pagani, good evening, Chris, and good evening, Casimir. Yeah, only 13, unfortunately, tonight. Quite a few people are away. A few people at work. Somebody's going to watch the football, so I can't believe they'd rather be doing that than this. How dare they? Crimson setting a 31.8 on his first run. That was on the medium tyre. Zumpy as well, also qualifying on the medium on their opening salvos. What could Dutch Tricks do then? Podium last time out, P3. Just held off a resurgent Lynx to death. I'll do the back straight then. Tico there goes by to his right. thrown away for his braking zone. Just after the 100-metre board, all the way down to second gear. So didn't take quite as much curb as Maxi Simon did on his first run. At least he stayed in sixth gear there, revved it out, crosses the line, goes fourth fastest then on a 31.2. And we've got the P4 just behind Simply Superman, who is third, just ahead of Dutch on the road. And he's now just ahead of Dutch on the grid as well then. So, first few lap times on the board. Who have we got on outlaps at the moment? We've got Dan and Hellcat on outlaps. Dan coming up to start his run, so again, another one on the medium tyre. And with the lower numbers, there is a good chance they can get into the top 10 here. So, let's see what Dan can do on his opening run then. Down the start finish straight he goes. Throws it into turn 1. You see the cars there drift away to the edge of the circuit, then we'll come back for a late apex here. Quick drop down the hill there, stay tight to that left hand side. Start to build the speed then as they head through 3 and 4 and into the braking zone. As you dare, down to second gear. Speed starting to build into this then long sweeping left. So the late apex then, get over to the left hand side for the right hander. Open the angle up and stay tight as you can to that right hander. Double left hander coming up afterwards. Don't use too much of the curbs. Onto the back straight there, but Dan using the curb on exit, but not invalidating his lap. Stay tight then over to the left hand side. Start to use the banking and the camber to start building the speed. Open the rear wing up, the yellow flag just ahead of him there. It is, I think it's Dutch Tricks just on his way into the pits, but he shouldn't be a factor. Down then, a little bit wide again, that didn't take, oh, he spins as well! Out the penultimate corner and then got on the curb, spins the backhand, so both McLarens having dramas at the penultimate corner on their first run. Dylan's ended in retirement, Dan has just spun, so he has survived to go again. Not ideal for him then, so we'll go back and pick up Hellcat, who is, he's invalidated his run, so he will not be second lap time this time either. There's a few drivers struggling at the moment. What about SLX Toms? Here's SLX Tom. See how the Mercedes man gets on. He starts his first run and so he's on the soft tyre. Dan did cross the line, so I don't know if Dan's going to go for another run. Oh, I think he's had a spin again, in fact. He has, so yeah, Dan's spun again, so Dan not having the best time of it on this run. And we'll return to the pits. Here again, there is the McLaren. So Mercedes flashes past then to the braking zone. Now Tom had an excellent race here a few seasons ago now. I remember he, I think it was not long after he got into Div 1 for the first time, he bolted on the soft tyres and was absolutely flying through the field. Late on in the race, he actually got as high as second at one point in that race, and then I think just slipped back to third in the end, but he was an absolutely outstanding driver. Oh, he's gone very wide there though, but doesn't invalidate his lap. Oh, he ran wide again. That time he invalidates. So the car not quite hooked up there through those double lefts. But yeah, that was a very standout drive for Tom in Div 1 for me. Because he did that on natural aggression and pace. It wasn't looking in to safety, well, there was a safety car which did stack the field up, but he took full advantage of that by gambling on the soft tyres quite a way out as well. But he made them last, so it was an outstanding drive. Hopefully he'll be able to repeat that feat, so we will however need to go again in qualifying this. Let's go pick up Yogi in the Red Bull then. So Red Bull tonight, Adam is working unfortunately. Into the long left-hander he goes. They're not going too wide over the curb. That's where Tom invalidated his run. Williams they're getting out of his way. Looking then through the long right-hander. Go wait for the car to turn. Onto the back straight he goes. Long back straight then. This will, DRS there will be probably the best overtaking opportunity in the race. So expect to see a lot of overtakes into this corner here as Joachim goes fastest of all than 30.6. So Aston Martin man showing his hand for the first time this season. Great qualifying lap from him there. Goes 2/10 ahead of Tico, who is on a flying lap. Although it looks like he's just been passed by one of the AlphaTauris, so I think he may have backed out. And Yogi goes up to P8 with that one, 31.9. It's Tico then, so he's dropped in behind the AlphaTauri. Is that Dutch Tricks? It is indeed, so Dutch Tricks just starting his flying run. Tico has abandoned, so did he invalidate? Did he make a mistake? No, not sure. We'll pick up then current P3 sitter links into the puddle-tuck corner. The Alpine then out of that hairpin. And up towards the final corner. Tips in. Heading for the line. Does he improve on his 30.9? He does, the 30.7 then, so jumps back onto the front row, back into P2. So the season 17 champ on the front row at the moment alongside Joachim. Tico in P3. Simply Superman is 4th and he's on a lap as well, so let's go pick up the Irishman. Of course, winner of the opening round of the season. That's Imola. Outstanding drive from him there. Oh, he's validated his lap though, so he will not be improving this one. We'll pick up Dutch Tricks then, who is 62 hundredths up in the middle sector, or the end of the first sector, sorry. And now he's a quarter of a second up in sector 2, so improvement on for Dutch Tricks. That will be enough to jump him onto the second row. Can he find any time in the final sector? Off the banking. Down on the back straight he goes. Nice amount of curb there. Gets on the power. No dramas out of that corner there. We've seen a couple of people have moments already. So is this going to be improved for Dutch Tricks into the final corner? Don't run over the curbs too wide. For the line. And he goes third fastest then. A 30.7. Just 200 shy of Lynx's time. Dutch then onto the second row, knocks Simply Superman down to 5th, Tico down to 4th. And the running order then with 5 minutes of the session to go is Joachim on pole in the Aston Martin at the moment. Lynx currently alongside him on row 1. Then we've got the Dutch contingent. Dutch Tricks and Tico 3rd and 4th. Simply Superman sitting P5 with the second AlphaTauri on PP6. Then Maxi Syme is P7. Crim's still on that one run on the medium tyre. Now, are they just going to hope that's enough to stay in the top 10 with the alternate strategy? We shall see. Yogi P9, Hellcat is P10, just on his way back into the pits. Dan P11 didn't improve on that opening run where he had a spin. And Tom, well, it selects Tom in 12th with Dylan sitting in the garage watching it all unfold, having unfortunately made a mess of his opening run. So the first two on track for their final run then is Tico and Maxi Syme. Tico then getting some heat into those rear tyres as he prepares to start his final flying run then. Here we go. Of course, it was looking to be the man to beat in Imola before a spectacular crash at lap 3. Now the final corner put pay to his race. Fall back with a P2 last week to get his championship underway. What can he do this week then? Currently in P4. Just a couple of tenths though off pole positions. Very tight at the top then. Just 2 tenths cover the top 4 at the moment. Simply Superman Zumpy. Maxi Syme not out of the equation either. And Crims is now sat on the soft tyre, so it suggests he's going to come out again. Oh, Tico again drifting the car there. The back end of that Ferrari looking very loose at the moment. He didn't miss his first sector time. Oh, on the curb and spins. Keeps it out of the wall, but the Ferrari man again making a mistake on his run. And that's going to put pay then to his flying lap. And I think that'll be him then at best P4. So Tico then struggling a little bit at the minute. He was complaining about China earlier in the Discord, so not a fan of the track. Let's see how Maxi Syme gets on then. So Tico probably only going to be best P4. Is he going to be demoted though by the guys on their final run? Let's find out. Maxi Syme going to be the first one to potentially upset the apple cart, and he is going faster in Sector 1. He's 0.132 up. So his nearest target is Zumpy, which is about 1.5 tenths, so he's nearly there already. Through them the long left and right hander. This is where Tico just spun, staying off the curb though. Maxi Syme, neat and tidy. Nice line through there, second chip, but coming up he's now 3.5 tenths up then, so Maxi Syme on to potentially go P5 here with this, if he can keep this up, and can he find any time in the final sector to put Tico's time at risk. Onto the back straight he goes. DRS then wide open as he comes down to the braking zone. Brake as late as you dare. And mind the traction here, we've seen a couple of people have dramas. Touches the curb, looking nice and tidy. Here we go, then one corner to go. Fling it in. Out of the final corner, to the line. Maxi Syme goes, 5th fastest, then comes up just shy of Tico's time, so Tico survives Maxi Syme, demoting him. What about Simply Superman, who we got further down on an outlap? Links on the outlap. And we've got Hellcats on a lap as well. Where is Hellcat on the track? He is further along. Yes, he is. So he's a bit. Was he just behind Simply Superman? Where is Simply Superman? Simply Superman's ahead. So we'll stay on board then with Simply Superman. Onto the back straight he goes. Into the DRS zone. The 100 metre ball, then down the gearbox all the way to first gear. In fact, Simply Superman then, so going down an extra gear than a lot of the others we've seen go down just second. Gets the car stopped, gets the car turned, flings it into the final corner. He went a little bit wide, they got a terrible camera angle. Does he improve? He goes fastest, 30.614, so Simply Superman snatches provisional pole right at the death. Tico improves on his second run, goes third. Who is next across the line? It's one of the Mercedes. Is it Crims? Crims has abandoned here their lap then. Tom Duval's invalidated his as well. So next across the line is going to be, is it Lynx? It is. And he's down in the middle sector. Still pushing on though. Hellcat goes P8. The Williams are getting well out of the way. Into the final corner then. Has the link. Oh, that's very wide. And he validates right at the death. Was it an improvement? It would have been a marginal one, I believe. No, it's just 2 thousandths down in the end, so it wouldn't have improved anyway. He validated. Oh, Dan having a big wobble off the curb. Does he improve a P11? No, he does, but he doesn't want to improve that much to get into the top 10, so he wants the free tyre choice. Dutch Tricks then not improving, starts at a P5. What about Yarham? Can he improve at the death out the final corner? Going for that pole position back. Oh, he takes it at a 30.3. So Yarham snatches pole position back right at the death. What about Tom Duval? Crosses the line but doesn't set a lap time. He validated his little time, so he will start P12. I think Superman's just cruising. And there we have it then. So Yarham, the man to beat then in qualifying, pulls that late run out of his pocket. Having just seen his provisional pole snatched away by Simply Superman, snatches it back with a stunning 30.3 right at the death. Puts himself on the pole position then for the Chinese Grand Prix. Superman into the pits, and that will be the end of the session then. So qualifying is over and done with. That's where the man pulls into his box. And that then is your lot. So qualifying is done. Now just a straightforward race this week. Of course we have the rearranged F2 format race for Div 1 will be at the Belgian Grand Prix later in the season. We do have a couple of sprint quali races coming up this season as well to look forward to. One at Monza and the other one at Suzuka. So look forward to those, and also then we've got this extra racing at Spa, which I'm sure the drivers will be looking forward to. And there we have it then. Qualifying over and done with. It is Jarham who snatches pole position. He's first in FTRL, I believe. So pole position then for the Aston Martin. Simply Superman joining him on the front row. Tico and Lynx then lined up on row 2. They are 3rd and 4th with Dutch Tricks in P5. Maxi Syme, great qualifying from him. P6, Sumpy starts P7. Hellcat is 8th, Crim's 9th, but on that medium tyre. So he did maybe validate that final run once he realised he was in the top 10. Yogi running out the top 10. They will all start on the tyres they've qualified on. And the free tyre choice to the remaining drivers, which is Dan, SLX Tom, and Dylan with no time on the board. But has lost a bit of track time to get his eye in. He has fallen around here though, so expecting big things from the McLaren man. Let's ramp up the pressure on him. Some predictions then in the chat, please, everybody. Who do we think is going to win this one? Are we going to see another first-time winner tonight? Going to be Jarham. Is Simply Superman going to rack up his 2nd of the season? Could be. Is it going to be Lynx's turn to win this season? Is Tico trying to get his title defence back on track with a victory? Is Dutch Tricks going to come through? Dutch Tricks promised me we'd see a more aggressive Dutch Tricks this season. I haven't seen it so far. Not quite got that qualifying edge back. I'm used to Dutch Tricks qualifying on pole, or at least on the front row, but a minute just losing just a couple of tenths. I mean, it's probably a testament to the quality of the Div 1 grid now that him and Tico don't walk it like they used to. So thank you to the new drivers who come in and made it a little bit more interesting. As much as I loved watching Dutch, Tico and Zach win everything, it's nice to occasionally mix it up. So more of that. In the chat, Mattman reckons Tico, Simply Superman and Dutch Tricks for the podium. Interesting call. Get the tyre details up then. And let's see who is running on or what then. And leading us away is Jarham in the Aston Martin on the soft tyre. Comes into turn 1, a beautiful green and pink Aston Martin livery. Will be leading us off in this one then. Second is Simply Superman, winner of the opening round of the season at Imola. Can he make it 2 from 3? We shall see. Tico then starting P3, the reigning champ. He got his season underway last week with a P2. Can he go one better this week, starting P3 alongside the champion who he dispossessed, who in turn dispossessed him. So these two have shared the last 3 titles between them. Lynx starting at P4 in the Alpine, also on the soft side. Dutch Trick starting P5, 4-time champ. He's close to the front, but he's got 4 cars he needs to get ahead of before the end of this one. He starts P5. Maxi Syme joining him on the 3rd row. Great qualifying from Maxi. What can the Williams man do from there? He's quite close to his teammate though, so he doesn't want to be compromised strategy-wise. Hopefully they will sort that out between themselves in the race. Great qualifying from Zumpy as well. P7 for the 2nd of the AlphaTauri, so both of them in the top 7, and Hellcat in the 2nd. Aston Martin is P8. Then we have Crims, the outlier in the top 10. They only want to qualify on those medium tyres. Got a 3rd from the back of the grid at Imola. One last time out, quite convincingly, at Spain. How are they going to fare tonight? They've got P9, so they've got a few cars to pass, but that alternate strategy might come into play as my cat has just decided to try and guillotine herself off the cable to my microphone. Congratulations, you stupid animal. Yogi starts P10 in the Red Bull then, also on the soft tyre. And then the 3 drivers who have a free tyre choice. Dan Morris starts P11, he's on the medium tyres. SLX Tom also on the medium tyres. Dylan starting at the very back. So very back, he's halfway towards the front of the grid of their numbers tonight. He's on the hard tyre, so he's going for the very alternate strategy to everybody else. Is that Crim's lagging all over the shop there. That then is the grid for tonight. Just the 13 runners, but I'm expecting plenty of action and fireworks as we come to line up on the grid. Pagani reckons Lynx, Jarham, Dylan from the back. It's not out of the question. It's happened before. A safety car comes out. We could very well see a mixed order come the end of this race. But for now then, we have got 3, 4, 5 red lights, and the Chinese Grand Prix is go. It's a quick hold. And away they go. Jarham seems to have got an alright start. Super Superman trying to come at him. Tico's had a really good launch. Scored into P2. Lynx as well. Switches to the outside. Trying to go around Simply Superman. Down 2 off the line. Tico up the inside of Jarham as they go around 1 and into the lead of the race. Is Jarham going to be able to hold around the outside? He is. He's got the inside for turn 2. They're still side by side as they come off the corner. Tico's going to have the momentum off the corner, but Jarham's got track position. Tico hanging on the inside. Johan squeezing him to the inside. But Tico's got alongside now. Johan trying to go deep on the brakes. Banging wheels. Still side by side. And now Johan gets the purchase off the corner and into the lead. Great battling off the line there. But Johan just manages to hold off Tico. Round the right-hander they go. Into the double left. Johan leads from Tico. Links up to third. Have another great start. Then Simply Superman bogged down a little bit. Down to fourth. And Dutch is fifth. Hellcat's up 2 into the P6. Great start. Zumpy going back ahead of Maxi Syme, who's down 2. Yogi's up 1 into 9th. And Krim's down 1 into 10th. Those medium tyres not quite switched on yet. Dylan up 2 despite being on the hard tyre. And we've got Dan and Tom's had a drama somewhere. Maybe a bit of a half spin. He's still in touch with the back. Oh, who's that going wide in the background? That looked like Hellcat. As we head down the back straight then for the first time. All 13 cars in shot. Johan not under threat into the braking zone. However, Hellcat looking at Dutch tricks. Maxi Syme also looking at Zumpy. They're not quite close enough to make a move at the minute. Switch into the final corner. Oh, into the pits immediately goes Yogi. As he picked up some wing damage. No drama for the Red Bull man on the opening lap. The pits he comes, yeah, freshman going on, so he's just picked up some light wing damage. It looked like the end plates were both there. But doesn't want to compromise his race, so he's now going to be hoping for a safety car to bring him back into contention. Going on to the medium tyre, so he will need to pit again. Meanwhile, Tico now starting to apply the pressure to Johan again. Field all very much together apart from SLX Tom. We've got yellow flag sector 1. Might have been Tom Duval having another drama. Maybe not. Was it Yogi having a drama? Not quite sure. But on to this short back straight we go. Johan continuing to lead then on lap 2 of 28. Goes a little bit deep there, did he? Maybe it's just that camera angle. Into the long sweeper, of course, no DRS until next time around. So we hope he can get away. It's just all about slipstream at the minute. You can see they're doing the snake down the stretch, trying to break the slipstream. But Tico very much in touch. Link's now starting to close onto the back of the Ferrari as well, having dispatched Simply Superman. What was going back further here? This is Hellcat on Zumpy for P6. Down the inside he goes. Zumpy sees him coming, lets him have the position, tries to switch back on exit. Has a good launch, but Hellcat's got the move done. A good move, well set up. New fastest lap of the race, 34.9. DRS then has been enabled. So expect now to see a few changes in position. Oh, spinning off for Zumpy on the outside of turn 1. He just loses the back going into the corner. Oh, it's a shame for Zumpy. He was nicely in the pack there with Hellcat. Maxi Syme out of P7 he goes. And that overtake has just split the field up slightly. Top 5 have now got a 1.2 second gap, so Hellcat is out of DRS range. Trixie will need to try and get that back. He's only a 10th out. He needs to try and push through the next few corners, just try and get that gap back down to a second before the back straight, because he won't want to be without DRS. He'll be very vulnerable to Maxi Syme, Crims and co behind. Dylan now up into P9 with that spin. Back then to the lead battle. Johan leading still about 7/10 of a second. Onto the back straight, but that will not be enough to deny Tico DRS. There we go then. Is he close enough into the hairpin? Pops to the inside, but I think he's just going to drop back in again. Yeah, not quite close enough this time, but he's now right on the back of the Aston Martin. 5 all together then, and he's got 1.7 second back to Hellcat. Oh, twitchy there for Maxi Syme. Crimson on the back of him. Into the final corner to complete lap 4. Or lap 3, onto lap 4. Into the pits in the background. That was Zumpy then, so has Zumpy got some damage as well now. Or is he just getting off of those tyres? Well, let's stay on board, just see what happens. Keep an eye on those gaps, just see if anything's happening further up the road. Did Zumpy get some damage? Was there contact or was it just a spin? No nose going on, so just a change of tyres. As Crim's making his way past Maxi Syme. And I'm feeling that Maxi Syme is on the inside. Let's wait. It's not over, but now it is. Max sees position to Crims then, so Crims now starting to make moves. Those medium tyres have now switched on. I don't believe the soft tyres very long, and look how quickly he's got onto the back of Hellcat. Oh, Hellcat has a twitch there coming out the double left-hander. Crims is going to have a run down the outside here. Oh, Max's side with a big lunge. Oh, come miles back. Hopefully just about got it stopped. I think he might have just lightly outbraked himself there. I don't think he intended to get that close. And that was a big old send. Onto the back straight we go, then Crims is going to pop out here with the DRS, but Max's side's getting alongside. Hellcat covering the inside, Crims to the inside, Max's side down the outside, the 3 wide. Crims gets across in front. Max's side down the outside, but Hellcat's going to have the inside for the hairpin. He's just going to run him out to the curb. He does. Oh, gets it. Oh, Max's side spinning. Oh, and Dan has a moment as well. Trying to avoid him. Did Dylan get away with that? I think he might have got caught. No, he did. No, he not. He did. Oh, he's gone straight on. He's got wing damage. I thought he might have had contact there. I thought he got away with it because I saw Dan half spinning. Both McLarens in strife. And as Tom Duval had some drama as well. He's into the pits. We've got VSC deployed for that spin for Max's time. Yeah, he did. Oh, Max is now sped in a pit lane as well. Well, up the front here is unchanged for the top 5. Race has currently been nullified. Yarham still leads from Tico, Lynx, Simply Superman and Dutch Tricks, and we are away and racing again. So those drivers then who had strife managed to get the pit stop done with less time lost with the VSC. Hopefully that'll come back to them in the latter stages of this race. Now let's kind of split the pack up behind, so we'll stay with the battle for the lead. Still a 5-car train. Crims 2.3 seconds off the back at the minute, but closing. Johan again's got about 0.8 of a second lead, so that should be enough. Lynx, however, now right on the back of Tico. And Dutch is closing in on Simply Superman as well. But everybody has DRS, so Dutch with the slipstream. Simply Superman covered him off. A little jink there just to take the eye in the braking zone. That's clever driving. Johan doing a really good job here. Into the pits then comes Tico. And has been followed in by Simply Superman. So, 2 drivers in the pits. Hellcat in as well. So the soft tyre runners then getting off these tyres early. They're going to try for the undercut. That then leaves Yarham now leading from Lynx. And Dutch is now outside of that second bracket. So let's try and close that gap up before the back straight. Otherwise he will have no DRS. And that could be critical in the feed out, because I imagine these 3 who have stayed out will pit this time around. So Yarham and Lynx is your battle for the lead at the moment then. Through the long left-hander they go on lap 6 of 28. Pit stops have started for the soft tyre runners. I'm doing a really good job up front so far. But from the front, he now has a mirror full of blue car rather than a mirror full of red car. Dutch has now got back within a second as well in 3rd. Oh, yeah, a big oversteer moment there on the curb. Just about catches it, but that's put Lynx right on his rear wing. Huge moment there, well saved. But that is going to give the Alpine a run, and he imagines there's going to be a change here for the lead. Here comes the Alpine, and he just cruises by with DRS into the lead of the race there. But yeah, there, that could have been a lot worse for him. So he gives up the lead. Lynx goes a little bit deeper to the hairpin then. Dutch closing in now. Are these 3 going to peel off here into the pit lane? The answer is no. No. 2 of them don't. Dutch is in. Yarham and Lynx have carried on. Interesting strategies and different strategies playing out. For the back then, Tico and Simply Superman. Both on the hard tyre now. Don Morrison going up to 4th. So Lynx and Yarham still circulating at the front. They have yet to make their stop. Crims is now 3rd, 1.8 seconds back, so he's just closed in a little bit. Imagine how those soft tyres probably past their best. Now, where does Dutch feel about relative to Tico and Simply Superman? He's behind them. He's 1.5 seconds behind, so he's out of DRS range at the minute. We've got a yellow flag. It's Maxi Syme has crashed at the final corner. Or coming out the final corner. Are we going to see a safety car? We are. And that is going to be absolutely gold news to your front two. Because they are now going to get a free pit stop here. So as we saw in Saudi Arabia at the weekend, safety car coming out at the wrong time for some, but perfectly for the others. So Maxi Syme, unfortunately, it looks like he's crashed out of the final corner. A very easy place to lose it on this track, so a shame for him. Great qualifying effort. He can go again next week. And Lynx and Yarham are going to be counting their blessings because they've got a free pit stop here. Now, what does Crims do in this situation? Now, Crims, you imagine, on the medium tyre would want to go deeper, but the hard tyre seems to be the one that everybody's going on to. That would mean that no more pit stops. So you imagine they will follow them in. Lynx will peel off here. Yep, and he comes. Yarham's going to go with him. Crims goes in as well. Yes, so top three are in. Oh, dear me. Yarham's gone very wide there. Into the pits then come your top three. Dan going to follow as well. Yep. Now Tico's coming out the penultimate corner. And where's he going to go out relative to those top three? You imagine the top three who came in are going to come out in the same order. Where's Dan going to filter in all this? He's coming down. He's only got to his garage now. The other cars are coming down the pit straight, so he's not going to jump ahead of them. So Lynx, Yarham and Crims back out in 1, 2 and 3. Tico, Simply Superman, Dutch are 4, 5, 6. Dan's going to come out in P8 just behind his teammates. Hellcat as well. This is P9 for Dan. Yogi's into... No, Yogi's gone through. Zumpy's in the pits for fresh tyres. As is SLX Tom. Tom's gone onto the hards. Zumpy going to the hards as well. I'm surprised Yogi didn't choose the opportunity to pit there. It's a free pit stop for him. Even if he goes back on. So there's an interesting strategy here. Top two. Gone onto the medium tyre. Lynx and Yarham then are going to have much better tyres at the start, the restart of this race. But are they going to get to the end? That's the question, because everybody else is now on the hard tyre. Crims obviously had to because he started on the medium tyre. And Tico, Simply Superman, Dutch are all on the hards. Dylan's pitted for the mediums, but he started on the hard tyre. Hellcat is 8th on the hards, so is Dan in 9th. And Yogi's still on the medium tyre. He pitted at the end of lap 1, of course, for damage. We've got Zumpy P11. And Tom Duval at the back there, but on the hard tyre. So, different strategy calls. See how this plays out. It's quite an abrasive surface. These long, high-speed corners like this one, obviously under racing conditions, really do eat the left-handed side left-sided tyres up. Obviously, you've got turn 1 is also a long right-handed double back and folds back on itself. So left-hand side tyres are the ones that take a lot of the beating around here, of course, with it being a clockwise circuit. Good evening, Kirai, cheering on his sensei Zumpy. Well, he's had a bit of a drama, but he's back in the mix now. Of course, safety car is stacking everybody back up again. So, something he can do from here on out is basically starting all over again. And Yogi does pit, so I think Yogi maybe heard me. He's going to go for some fresh tyres. Now, if he can get on some fresh one, he's got some more mediums to use. That would be ideal. Let's see what... Oh, he's got no front wing. Why has Yogi got no front wing? Onto the hard tyre he goes. What's happened there to the Red Bull? I didn't see that one, but somewhere in all that, Yogi has lost his front wing. On his way again now. Red Bull having some drama behind the safety car, it seems, or maybe he was just maybe he had it just before and sauntered around. We'll quickly catch the back of the pack. We'll take this break in proceedings just to fill you in on what's coming up on FTRL for the rest of the week. Of course, we're back tomorrow here at China for the Div 2 rounds. Last week we did get our F2 format race last week, and there were victories for Katamise and for Barcelona. Last week, Katamise winning the feature race. A great drive from him as drivers around him threw it away, while Barcelona came through superbly from the back, or towards the back of the grid, in the reverse grid sprint race. To a brilliant victory in the sprint race. They are here tomorrow, 8 o'clock, same time, same place, the FTRL channel, so please do join me for that. In the meantime, with GT7, we're still waiting for the servers to just be tweaked a little bit better. Not quite there yet, but hopefully soon we will have GT7 action coming your way. And we've still got time to get involved as well, so if you would like to be involved in FTRL's GT Sport or F1 or ACC, we have all three running. ACC on Mondays, F1 Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and when it's back, GT7 on Thursdays and Fridays. So please do get in touch with us. It's @_FTRL_. We've also got FTRL ACC and FTRL GT Gran Turismo if you would like to be involved. So please do search us out on Twitter, get involved and be the next legend of the FTRL community. Meanwhile, lap 9 will see us commence racing again. Safety car starting to pull away. Lynx is now dictating the pace. Johan was very close to the back of his car. That's given me drama as he pulled the trigger. Not yet. We saw some good safety car restarts last week. And he's pulled the trigger now, and away he goes. It's a good restart. Crim's on the toes as well. Oh, is that going wide? That was simply Superman. Very wide out the final corner. There's a good restart from Lynx, though. Not going to be under pressure into turn 1. No DRS for 2 laps now, having had a safety car. So Lynx will lead us around the first turn. Can we get the power down? These two are going to want to try and pull away now while they've got a tyre advantage over those behind everybody apart from Dylan on the hard tyre. So Dylan, who's now P7, making some progress. Well, he's got a tyre advantage on those around him in a minute. There's Tom Duval, he's made a move on Zumpy. So he's trying to fight back though. But yeah, move done for Tom, great move. He's up now to P10. For the Mercedes man, he's now on the back of Dan Morris. They're chasing Hellcat. Hellcat chasing Dylan, who's on the back of Dutch Tricks. Imagine those are pressure tyres, fresh medium tyres. Should be able to pull off an overtake fairly quickly. While Dutch's hard tyres are switching on, you can see the McLaren all over the back of the AlphaTauri here. And even though there's going to be no DRS, he's had a really good slingshot there. He's got the slipstream as well. He's going to burn a bit of battery. Trying not to use too much of it at the minute. Not closing in, so he's content to just sit where he is for the moment. However, he's looking at his mirrors because Hellcat's looking very racy behind. Not able to find a way through though. Up then to final corner we go. Dylan again looks like he's had another good run at the final corner towards the back of that AlphaTauri. Is he going to be able to go up the inside into 1? Thinks about it, shows in the mirrors. But no way through. Can he hold it tight around this long sweeping right-hander? You can see he's probably quicker at this stage, but not been close enough to make a move so far. It just sits right on the back. Meanwhile, up front, it is nose to tail between the top two, and they're just starting to inch away from Crims. Oh, Lynx has gone very wide there. Johan up the inside. Lynx will have the momentum off the corner though. But Johan looking very racy, wants that lead back. Top 3 just starting to pull away. The gap to Tika's over a second. In fact, it's all spreading out a little bit behind. Gap's starting to open up. No DRS still, of course, but it's reactivated at the end of this lap, so they'll want to be within that 1 second bracket. Otherwise, you leave yourself vulnerable to those behind who do have it. Dylan now under more pressure from Hellcat than he's given to Dutch Tricks at the minute. Also behind Dan and Tom Duval, nose to tail. So both McLarens under attack. Oh, who's that going very wide? That was Tom Duval taking the scenic route around the corner. Just off the back there. And that's going to give Zumpy a run, is it? That's a terrible camera angle. Why would you give me this camera angle? To the inside, Jinx out, Jinx back in again. Just trying to disrupt, annoy, be a pain in the mirrors. See if we can put the Mercedes up into the braking zone, but Tom remains ahead for now, undisturbed. At the final corner we go. DRS has been re-enabled. The top 3 are just breaking away now. They've come together again. The gap back to Tico in 4th is 1.2 seconds. So Tico's not got DRS, but he's also out of the DRS range of Simply Superman, who in turn is also out of DRS range of Dutch Tricks, who's still got Dylan and Hellcat right behind him. And Dan has now got SLX Tom back on his rear wings, despite that moment. We saw at the end of the back straight. Tom does like it around here, so expect him to be threatening that McLaren. Dan there just a little bit tardy off the corner. Mercedes is right on the back of him. glued to the back of him through the long left-hander. Mercedes looking a little bit more planted. He's going to try and go around the outside, is he? And just shut the door on him. Don't think he couldn't quite get off the racing line. Thought about it. Thought about a move. Again, the Mercedes looking very... Oh, Zumpy comes steaming in. There's contact. Dan's still off the corner. Tom's going to get a push around the outside and makes the move. So I don't think he intended to make that move there. He thought about it. Dan ran a little bit wide, then Zumpy giving him a nudge. However, has given Dan the DRS. He's gone back at Tom now. Here he comes down the inside with the DRS. Is Zumpy going to follow him through? He is. Yogi might also think about a move here. Zumpy and Tom are side by side around the hairpin. Oh, Zumpy has a twitch, trying to get the power down. Tom, I think, is just going to drop in ahead of him. He does. But then runs a little bit wide at the final corner. That might be a warning. Zumpy's now got to run down the straight, but Tom will have DRS on Dan. Dan, there you can see, just moving slightly over to cover the inside there, make it difficult to make a move into one. Tom trying to go around the outside. Yogi's up the inside of Zumpy. No way through though, and they're all as you were as they come out of two. Dan's still at the head of this queue then. Oh, Yogi spun at the back. No. Red Bull man losing it under traction under two, trying to stay with the pack. So it's down to three. And he's on his way again now. Another shame for Yogi there, looking to get invested in this battle. That leaves Zumpy then free to attack Tom and Dan ahead of him. And Simply Superman, meanwhile, has switched himself on. Is starting to close in on Tico again. That gap's now under a second. And Dutch Tricks is also trying to get in touch as well. And he's bringing Dylan with him. Hellcat's dropped off a little bit. Out now of that DRS zone. Meanwhile, up front, Link's continuing to lead this one and approaching half race distance. As you were at the front. Second pack also staying as they were. What's going on here? Tom around the outside of Dan. Breaks down there late on the brakes, comes back at him, shuts the apex off, runs him out wide. Oh, there's a spin. Tom spins as well. Oh, Tom out on the rough and spins around. Gets it pointing the right way again, but that's time and a position loss as Zumpy got through there. Just managed to avoid the spinning Mercedes. Down there with a hip and shoulder wide at the penultimate corner. Got back to the apex and then just ran Tom off the track. Tom tried to floor it on the green runoff and there's not the grip out there. Into the pits comes Yogi. I think he must have damaged his wing. That altercation then. So top three, nose to tail. Top two have not been able to pull away from Crims despite being on the softer compounded tyre. Crims hanging on resolutely and they're now 3.3 seconds out of Tico. So Tico's just not been able to live with that pace at the front. Simply Superman, Dutch and Dylan, all very much in touch now. So these are now a 4 as well. We've got 3 for the lead, then a 4 for the next pack. Hellcat now in a bit of no man's land. You can see there's the 4 ahead of him. There's Hellcat, who now goes wide for... gets himself a penalty. And then we've got that battle in the background between Dan and Zumpy. It was a 4, it's now just a 2. Zumpy with an unhappy weave. Or was he just trying to disrupt down the back straight? We shall see. Onto the back straight then. What's going on up front? Yarm's closing, but not close enough. What about Dylan on Dutch? He's closer. He'll have the power under braking. Does he think about a move? Not yet. Happy to just sit behind for now. We are then now into the second half of this race. Just the one retirement, thankfully. Can't really afford any more. Oh, Yogi's had a drama further back in the S's. He's on his way again now though. Dylan now, you feel, needs to start making a bit of progress here. His tyre is now 9 laps old. The leading tyre will go off faster than, of course, than everybody around him who are all on the hard tyre. He's got the advantage, he needs to start making use of it. Now is the time, Dylan. Go for those moves. He's falling out very much together. Up front, meanwhile, still as you were. Link's still leading. Yarham still second. Crim still third. come around the long right-hander onto the back straight then. 6/10 is the lead. Is that going to be enough? Onto the back straight. Yeah. DRS is open on the Aston Martin. Closing. Not going to be close enough by the end of the back straight. Link's doing a really good job at the minute, but he is using a lot of battery. Yarham as well, though. Crims is a little bit better off on battery at the moment. Ooh, and now then Dutch is now having to defend from Dylan this time. Just caught the end of it there. Dylan trying to get the traction off the penultimate corner up the inside. Not quite close enough. We can have another chance in the second, though. Into the final corner we go. DRS will open again. Oh, Hellcat's off in the background. Very wide there. It just about kept out of the wall. Concerned if he run onto that AstroTurf. Oh, Dutch is a little bit wide. Dylan thinking about getting it on the inside. I just don't think he can get it turned underneath him. Okay, then just slipping away from this pack now, having been on the back of Dylan. Zumpi has finally cleared Dan Morris for P9. Dan's still on the tail, so can Zumpi pull them both onto the tail of Hellcat? We're now 5 seconds off of this battle for P4, including Tico, Simply Superman and Dutch Tricks. And Dylan facing the back of that rear wing still. Up front, meanwhile, still circulating together. Crim's doing a really good job to hang on here on the hard tyre. 2 ahead of him on the mediums. Off the back straight we go. In the chat, Goy Kart cheering on Zumpi. Oh, Goy. Yarham is a bit closer this time. Close enough to make a move? Don't think so. Still gaining. You see the gain is not really... Oh, he is a lot closer this time in the braking zone, but not close enough. Dylan on Dutch this time, surely. Oh, he's again close, but he pops out again. I think he's just happy to wait. Is he just saving his tyres? I mean, you can save your tyres by having Simply Superman, Dylan. Just saying. Dutch is now... Oh, Dutch is wide there. That could give Dylan a chance this time. The concern will be here is that they're almost at DRS range of Simply Superman. Dutch is right on the cusp at the minute. I don't know whether defending from Dylan is just taking his eye, but he's clinging onto DRS at the minute. Let's go, Goy! Looking racy, but still not able to find a way through. Dutch is driving really well, but now they are now outside of that second bracket. So Dutch is going to have to push for a couple of corners, try and get that gap back down. He's right on the cusp at the minute. There's no DRS zone until the back straight, so he's got a couple of corners to try and do it. Simply Superman now a lot closer to Tico again. There you go, your front three. Yarham was a bit closer, though. He's had a poor run off the corner there. Let's just open that gap up to Lynx a little bit, and Crims is now close. Lynx there starting to snake down the straight, trying to break the slipstream. I think he's got enough of a lead. Yarn will be close by the time to get to the penultimate corner, but not close enough for a move. What's going on back here? It's all sort of spread out a little bit now. And now Hellcat has got some trouble in the form of Zumpi, so Zumpi has closed that gap. He's also dispatched of Dan Morris. So leaves the McLaren behind, starts to home in on the back of the Aston Martin. Oh, and he lets him go. In fact, into the pits goes Hellcat. So Hellcat is getting off of those hard tyres. Certainly not happy on them. Is he banking? Oh, yellow flag sector 3. What is that? Oh, Hellcat's retired. No. Meanwhile, Che. Oh no, Johan spun off. Johan has spun out of P2. The Aston Martin, the pole sitter is off. Oh, it's all gone wrong for Aston Martin. Hellcat retires from the race. Clearly just not enjoying it tonight. And Yarham, who's running brilliantly in P2, has spun on traction out of turn 2. And is all the way down to P7. So that gaggle of cars have gone past Tico, Simply Superman, Dutch and Dylan. And Yarham's down to P7. So Lynx now leads from Crims. It's now a 2-car battle for the lead. Lynx, who started the season with a P2 at Imola, P4 last time out, just missed out on a podium. Trying to win his first race of the season. Crims, who won last time out, looking for his second in a row. Lynx trying to break the slipstream lock. There was no chance. I don't think Crims was going to be anywhere near the braking zone. So I don't know if he's just trying to force a mistake at this stage. Play the mind games. We've got 10 laps to go. Oh, and Yogi's gone now as well. Turn 3, the same place that Johan just had a spin, and a safety car's out. Oh, that's going to hurt the leaders, because surely everybody behind is going to pit. They are. They're all in. And suddenly, Lynx and Crims is going to swing the other way. Oh, Johan's almost crashed in the pit lane again. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. Lynx and Crims are going to... They're stuck behind the... They've caught the safety car. The safety car has picked up the leaders. Everybody behind is in the pits. And suddenly this race has probably swung back towards Tico, Simply Superman and Dutch. Yeah, very much so, Pagani. So they benefited from the earlier safety car. This time, however, it's hit them, and it's hit them hard. They're going to be at the back of the pack. Well, surely they have to pit. They have to pit for fresh tyres. They're going to be sitting ducks if they don't. You've just got to hope that you can make some moves in the last 10 laps. But, oh no, it's all gone wrong for the race leaders there. Unfortunate timing of the safety car. Yogi spinning out on the exit of 3. Into retirement. Brings out the second safety car. And the front two had already gone past the pit entrance. Interestingly, Simply Superman has pitted for the medium tyre. Everybody else has gone for the softs. But Lynx and Crims, who were clear, it was the battle for the lead. It was just between those two. 3.5, nearly 4 seconds was the gap back to that pack of 4 behind them. That gap is what has cost them probably any chance of victory in this one. They're going to have to pit. They're going to be very... I mean, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Fresh tyres are king on this game. So they've got to pit, because they will just be sitting ducks and they'll end up at the back anyway. If they get some fresh tyres on, at least they give themselves a chance. We've seen people try and stay out, take track position before. It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work, especially around a big circuit like this. There's plenty of overtaking opportunities. It's so easy to do. Is Lynx going to go? They're going to go. Crims is in. Lynx stays out. So Lynx is going to try it. Crims has decided better of it. Into the pits. He goes. Who else has just started to the pits as well? It is Dan Morris. In for some more tyres. Has he got some damage behind the safety car? Maybe. Let's have a look. Board Crimson on their way. Here comes Dan. No, just going on to a fresh set of tyres, so giving himself an extra lap freshness on his soft rubber. Guy in the chat there saying they've been Latifi'd. He has indeed. Lynx and Crims have been Latifi'd. So then, would anybody like to amend their predictions for this one then? Oh dear me, Tico almost hit the back of Lynx there. Safety car very slow through that left-hander. Lynx had to stop, and Tico very quickly adjusted his line there to not hit the back of the Alpine. That could have been spectacularly messy. Safety car in this lap then, so we're going to have 7 laps of racing action to sort this one out. Lynx has taken track position. It's going back here. Change the position between Dutch and Simply Superman. I have reversed. Just can't speak to that. That was wrong with me. Words fail me. So the safety car starts to pull away. Lynx has taken track position over fresh tyres. Oh no, what's happened there? Simply Superman's got a 5-second penalty. If you're listening, Simply Superman, that will be removed. And do not quit. We'll take that off. I'm sure that's just the ridiculousness of this game. What's happened there? And also, Dan and Crims have now changed places. Has Crims had an off somewhere? Anyway, Lynx then will take over at the front, pulls the trigger, and away he goes. And now he's got 7 laps to try and hold off a plethora of soft tyre cars right behind him. Tico's already on the back of him. Yarm's got a penalty now as well. Tico's got a good jump there on Simply Superman as he attacks into turn 1. He's right on the back of Lynx now. Lynx is, you feel this is just a matter of time. So I don't think any amount of car placement is going to be able to hold off the Ferrari. Crim's getting it back ahead of Dan further back. Tico's a little bit wide there through 2. Let's let Simply Superman close back in again. This race has been thrown wide open. Yarham spinning out P2 just before a safety car call by the crashing Red Bull. Caught out the top 2. Everybody else is pitting for fresh tyres. Lynx is the only one who stayed out for track position then. And what looked like a surefire win, or at least top 2. Now he's going to be struggling to hold on to a podium. You feel. Needs to absolutely maximise the exits onto the back straight. But those soft tyre cars looking very racy. Tico all over the back of him. And Tico, who just didn't seem to have the pace in the middle part of this race, has suddenly been presented with the opportunity to win this race. Onto the back straight we go. You can see how much more grip that Ferrari's got. Look at the speed difference there. Tico's had such a good launch off that corner. Lynx goes defensive, squeezes the Ferrari to the inside. Gonna hold him there as long as he can do. Drops back over, but through goes Tico on the brakes, and Dutch is making the move on Simply Superman further back as well. Gives him the squeeze, side by side. Simply Superman still got the overlap there, as they're trying now to get up to the final corner. Who's going to come out in front of this one? And it is Dutch Tricks who gets the move. Oh, big twitch in the background. Johan spinning off. Oh, it's contact. And around goes the Aston Martin. I think Dylan and then Yarn both got held up. Oh, and Yarn's been disqualified for the session for turning around. That's a joke. Well, it all kicks off at the death then, so Simply Superman, who got held up by Dutch, is sweeping across the nose of him. He called Dylan to have a twitch, and then Yarn twitched as well, and he lost control and spun off. There was contact with somebody. I don't know if it was his front wing I saw flying off. So I think he hit the back of possibly Dylan, or maybe clipped Zumpy on the way through. But Zumpy seems to be okay pace-wise. Crim's now on the back of his teammate. Dan's had a drama somewhere, just dropped a couple of seconds back then, but Tico now leads. Lynx now holding off Dutch Tricks. Simply Superman's got a penalty in 4th, but that could be removed because it was under the yellow flag, so didn't make any overtakes, so I don't know what that was about. This game's got a mind of its own sometimes. Oh, was that going off the final corner? That's Crims and Zumpy side by side. Crims making a move up to 6th place then. Mercedes now starting to fight his way back through. Here comes Dutch on Lynx. Lynx defends the inside. Dutch trying to sweep around the outside. He's just going to have so much more grip though. And that is move done. Yep, through goes. And Lynx is now clinging onto a podium. We're on lap 22, starting lap 23. DRS has been re-enabled. That might help him if he can stay in touch with the top 2. Dan's the only one that out of DRS range. Oh, Simply Superman's had a slide there. Dylan's now round the back of it. The inside goes Crims on Dylan. Dylan's got the inside for 2. Crims are going to try and hang on around the outside. But Dylan's got the purchase off the corner. Crims trying to swap sides. That Mercedes is starting to look racy again. Trying to carve his way back through. Dylan going defensive. Oh, he's ended up sending on Simply Superman. Is that going to compromise him off the corner? It is. Crims is going to get up the inside. They're going to go side by side. Crims is through. Yeah, forces the issue. Great drive from Crims, back up to P5. Lynx probably should have pitted now, seeing how Crims is getting through. I'm going to give him at least an equal footing. But he took track position. He's in P3 at the minute. The car behind him has medium tyres as well, but they are 10 laps fresher. But he is still critically in DRS range of the cars ahead, so he's still got the DRS from Dutch Tricks, which has been re-enabled. Meanwhile, Crims on Simply Superman drops back in again. DRS now popping up on both cars. Oh, Crims with the late move on Simply Superman. Simply Superman goes a bit deep. Saw the move coming. Tried to release the brakes. They're still side by side going into the final corner, but the Mercedes is through up to 4th. And Lynx is now looking at the car that he was looking at in his mirrors before. Meanwhile, it's retro moment up front. It's Dutch versus Tico for the win. Or is it? It is for the moment. However, there's a black Mercedes starting to stealth its way forwards that may yet play a factor in this one. Lynx is resolutely hanging on to that podium, but you feel it's now just a matter of corners before that Mercedes makes the move. The car that was directly behind him pitted under the safety car. Oh, Trim's almost into the back of Lynx there. Lynx has obviously just not got the braking capacity of the cars around him. And what was looking like at least a minimum P2. You now feel it's just a question of damage limitation. But he's still hanging on to the front two. Dutch is now starting to work on the back of Tico. That's just slowing them up a little bit. They're not pulling away. Oh, Lynx is very wide. And the Crimmins has got alongside, trying to go down the inside on the brakes. There he goes. Yep, move done. And Lynx drops off the podium. And Crims is now very much in touch with the front two, still in DRS range. That's critical. They've not been able to pull away. Lynx done a really good job of hanging on. Everybody apart from Dan still. We've got an 8-car DRS train. Tika going defensive down towards the hairpin. Dutch with the late move. Oh, thought about it. Simply Superman looking at Lynx. Not quite close enough though. Everybody in DRS range still. Coming around to complete lap 24. Tico still leads from Dutch, from Crims, Lynx, Simply Superman, Dylan, Zumpy, Tom, LD and Dan. Simply Superman looking left and right on Lynx. Which side does he want to go? Weaving in the mirrors, trying to find a way past the Alpine. He's up the inside now. And he's just got more grip. But Lynx is going to try and hang on around the outside of the inside for turn 2. Simply Superman will have the traction off the corner surely. Around the outside. Now giving the inside then for the right-hander coming up, but Lynx has had a good drive as well. They're still side by side. But Simply Superman's on the brakes. He's just going to get that move done. He does go a little bit deep. Lynx switches back. Trying to get the traction off the corner, but Simply Superman's got the inside for the left-hander, and that should be moved done. It is. Simply Superman up to 4th. Crim's now on the back of the top 2, so we've got 3 for the lead again. Everybody's still in touch. Just apart from Dan, who's just off the back of the pack. So the DRS is still active for Simply Superman. He can pull himself into this one. Those soft tyres will be going away a little bit. I think they should be good to the end of the race though. So maybe he went conservative with that choice. Crims has had a really good launch off the final. Oh, terrible camera again. Stop it. Here comes Crims on Dutch down the inside. And both of them have got DRS, but Crims has had such a good run off the final. That corner onto the back straight. He's got the inside. Is he going to escort Dutch wide? Crims is going to slot in. No, move done. Crims gets it done. Brilliant move. Then the Mercedes is now right in the mix for this one. Then Tico leads. Crims second. Dutch is third. Trying to come back at the Mercedes. Down the start finish straight on to lap 26. 3 to go. Dutch trying to come back at Crims around the outside. Can he switch to the inside now? Crims doesn't drift wide enough there. Has to sit in. Simply Superman is there. So it's now 4 for the lead. Lynx is still there as well. He's still in touch. Hanging on resolutely. He'll jump back ahead of Simply Superman, but Simply Superman's penalty will be removed because it was a yellow flag incident under the safety car when he did nothing. So I don't understand what that was about. Here we go then. Into the long left-hander. Tico still leads, but Crim's looking very ominous now. Dutch has now got Simply Superman to contend with as well. Just trying to find his way back ahead. Williams looking very racy again. Medium tyres now very much switched on. Soft tyres maybe just a little bit past their best. Can he do anything about it in the final 2.5 laps? So look at Crim's line then. Can he build off this corner? We saw him have such a good run last time. Again, make a move on Dutch Tricks. He's had a good run again. Into the slipstream he goes. Simply Superman on Dutch as well. In fact, he's closer at the minute. Dutch has gone defensive. Simply Superman to the inside, makes a late move for the inside, goes back the other way though. Oh, Dutch has ended up sending up Crims as touch. Oh, there's contact between P2 and P3. Is that going to give Simply Superman a chance here? He's up the inside to the final corner. He's going to get the move done. He'll squeeze him wide. He does. Lynx is going to come back at it as well now. Dutch sweeps around the outside. Oh, they touch as they come back on the track. And here comes Lynx trying to go around the outside. Wow. Simply Superman up the inside through 1. Gets the move done this time. Oh, got a little bit spicy. Simply Superman is through. Tico still leads. Crims is still second. Oh, here comes Lynx on Dutch. Has Dutch got damage? Because Lynx is on very old tyres. He should not be making that move, but through. Lynx is back up to P4. Dutch is dropping down the order. Has he got some wing damage? From that altercation, now Dylan now looking at the back of the AlphaTauri again. Is that AlphaTauri wounded? You can still see all the wing, but it might be light damage. We do not know. So then on the penultimate lap then, here we go. Crims is right on the back of Tico this time. You have to feel this is going to be a formality this time. Crims into the slipstream. When does Tico go defensive? The answer is now. To the middle of the track. He's going to try to squeeze him. He's going to give him the inside. Simply Superman looking for the way through as well. Crims is through. Simply Superman making the move as well. Up the inside. Tico trying to get the traction down, but there's a Mercedes in his way. Zumpy's gone past Dylan. Tico hanging on for P2. Oh, he's gone wide though, out the final corner. And Simply Superman is alongside. It's a drag race. Oh, they're trying to come back to the inside. Tico covers the inside. What a battle. What a battle. Zumpy's up to 5th. A Dutch must have damage. He must do. Oh, he's going to contact with his teammate here if he's not careful. Oh, the bumping wheels. Oh, Dylan's up the inside of Dutch now as well. He must have damage. There's no way the Dutch would be falling down the order like this without it. Dylan alongside him, side by side. Dutch has got the inside though. Dylan deep on the brakes, trying to hang on around the outside. Oh, there's contact there. He's now escorted him wide. Here comes Tom LD. On the outside of Dylan. Dylan, I think, has just slotted back in ahead of him. He has indeed. Meanwhile, Crims has now got that gap over a second. He's out of DRS range. So the decision to pit has come back and come up trumps. Now Simply Superman looking at Tico for P2. Simply Superman all over the back of him. Lynx is still in this as well. How is Lynx hanging on those tyres? They're 19 lap old medium tyres. And he's still in with a shout of a podium here. He's done brilliantly. Fair play to Lynx. It's an absolutely outstanding drive to hang on and still be in this mixer. Down the back straight we go then. DRS is open. Can Simply Superman get close enough into the final braking zone? He's closing. To the outside he goes. He's ahead at the minute. Is he going to get done in the braking zone? Tico's going to come back at it, but no, he's through. And Lynx is trying to switch up the inside now. Surely Tico will have the traction though. Into the final corner. Lynx is trying to hang on around the outside. This gets the Scorsese wide. Crims wins the race. Brilliant drive. Simply Superman is second. Tico just hangs on. He'll get P2. Zumpy's credited with P3. Dylan gets P4. Simply Superman will go back up there. That penalty will be removed. I think did Lynx get a penalty there for being run wide at the end. Wow, we may be low on numbers, but we were not low on drama. Crims driver of the day. Outstanding effort from them to make that pit stop work under that last safety car to come through the back of the grid. It's 2 in a row for Crims and Mercedes on top of the pile. Tico hanging on for P2, although we'll go back to Simply Superman. Zumpy getting on the podium, at least for the graphics here. What drama from that late safety car. Fair play to Lynx. That was an absolutely outstanding effort to be even in the mix for that podium on the final lap, considering his tyres were 19 laps old. Everybody around him on sort of 8 or 9 laps. So a fair play to the season 17 champ. That was absolutely brilliant. Just they lost out in the end. We got a 20-second penalty. What earth happened there? Did he beat Lynx then? Did he beat Tico? We'll have to have a look at that one. So the Crimson winner, that is not up for discussion. Congratulations to them, great job. Tico comes home P2, Zumpy P3, Dylan gets P4, Simply Super on P5, but should have that penalty removed. That will put him back to P2. Tom Duval comes through for P6, Dutch fell down to P7 at the end then. He must have had some damage there, I can only explain it then. Dan ends up P8, Lynx with P9. And then the retirement's the unfortunate Yarham, who was up front for most of that race. Had a spin just before the safety car, and then a twitch from Simply Superman as the car went past him, held up Dylan. That caused him to have a moment as well. They ended up spinning off and then got disqualified for ridiculous reasons. This game, Maxi Simon unfortunately retired, and Hellcat I think was just not enjoying himself tonight, so he retired in the pits. Wow, let's try and unpick that one, shall we? What a finish once again. Some brilliant drivers, a brilliant move, but yeah, fair play to Crims to come back through from the very back of the pack at that restart to win that one was outstanding. Picked their moments brilliantly. It was a spicy finish indeed. Kiro there, P3 for Zump at the end. Great recovery indeed. Kept himself out of trouble as it all kicked off ahead of him. And yeah, that was a spicy finish. Congratulations, boys, once again. Div 1 delivering on another fantastic race. It may not be everybody's favourite track, but the quality of the driving was superb. Next week then, we are into April. How is it April already? Round 4 of the season coming to you from the high-speed street circuit. Not so high-speed street circuit, the street circuit at Singapore, I know, is a popular one amongst quite a few drivers, so expect more fireworks from Div 1. Of course, we've got the fireworks from Div 2 at China tomorrow. Are we going to see the repeat of the drama and the quality of racing we've seen tonight? Tune at 8 o'clock tomorrow, join me, and let's go through it together and bask in the greatness of Div 2. But for this evening, thank you very much for everybody who's been in the stream, commented and liked it, and if you haven't already liked it, please do so before you go. And I'm back tomorrow at 8 o'clock for Div 2. But for this evening, thank you very much. I'm going to go get some dinner because I'm starving, and we'll see you again real soon.